How can we spot massive reversal in stocks that give rise to gains not like 10-20% but massive gains in the tune of 100 to 200 or maybe more than 300%? How do we do it? What is the strategy? Hey guys, Joey here, top tier MyZell trader in Philip Securities, and in this video I'll be sharing with you this strategy, simple yet powerful, on how to actually do it. And I actually shared this stock live to many of my inner circle mentees just a couple of months back, and this stock is none other than Nvidia. So I'll just play you a short clip in a bit whereby I kind of cover what I shared live and why I thought that there would be a huge opportunity. The reversal is actually just happening, and how one can actually position themselves somewhere in February. So we're just somewhere around here for this stock in Nvidia, somewhere around the $200 level, and yes, rallied by about 115 to 120%, right? So how does it happen? How was I able to spot it? So watch this video all the way to the end, whereby I'll just share with you a short clip on what I actually shared then a couple of months back when it was about $200 to about $446 right now. And then we go on to look at the chart again right now to see where we are and if there's actually still an opportunity, and also what does it say on my 1GT system. So I have a system that kind of guides us on entry and exit, and of course we did had a lot of bullish signals coming up in the system, and let's see where we are right now, and is it too late to actually get in right now? Let's go. We may have found a little bit of a bottom in many of those semiconductor stocks, and I think Nvidia actually was one of those stocks that has been in my watch list for a while. Look at this number, right? This number, this level, the 200 level, all right? And then last year, when we broke the 200 level, it was not good, right? We broke the 200, went down, retested, went down, retested, went down again. So 200 was a very, very critical psychological resistance level. Just by staying below 200, if you ask me anytime in May, in June, and July, I close my eye and tell you it's bearish because it's just below $200. The trend then were all pointing down. So it's just not so good below 200, right? But what happens was over the past few months, right? Yes, it started to find a little bit of support, right? So we went to like 120, and then we consolidated. Of course, the market became better with all this, rate hikes, slowing down the pace of rate hikes and all that. Yeah, started to find a bit of stability. We pushed higher, and went to like 160, 180. But the key here is that, yeah, yes, been on my watch list, and the key here is that we actually, all right, over the past week, good news, this is a good thing, right? We managed to come back above that 200. So let me just put this in green color to emphasize it, right? So we managed to come back above the blue line. I mean, this 200 psychological levels whereby we broke down 1, 2, 3, all right, 4, we nearly came back. Well, 4 or 5 times it just went below it. Finally, we are 211, which is above 200, which is a good thing, right? Which is a good thing. It just shows that there are some signs of strength, right? So we have some stability. We have found a little bit of a bottom. There are some signs of the uptrend starting to take shape. Not entirely confirmed yet, but starting to take shape. I think Nvidia is one of those that we are actually looking at. Anything above 200. So let me just change this line to green in color, right? So the 200 was a resistance. I mean, it was a support, then resistance. Now it's turned back to a support as long as we stay above 200. Are you guys following me so far? All right. So 211. So anything above 200, like you can go to 205 or 202 or 208 or whatever. All right. If we stay above 200, that is a good thing. That is where the upside can happen all the way to, let's see. I mean, okay, all the way to like 280. Good stock, I mean, to take a look at. I think for those of you who are looking to get in, we are slowly starting to see signs in the semiconductor firm, all right, and Nvidia is one of those that we like as well. So yeah, anything above 200, I think looks quite good. All right, so those of you asking about Nvidia, short term looks good, 20 years up, all right, price above it, but the longer term, right? So longer term moving average, same thing. We always just keep it simple. We look at the red and the blue line in like April, May last year, downtrend, red went below the blue. Right now, this red and the blue line, can you see that this red line is slowly starting to, look at this, right? I mean, I'll make it very big for you, right? You can see that it's slowly starting to turn up, right? Slowly. So if we can stay above that 200 level tomorrow, not tomorrow, next week, next 3 weeks, or next 1-2 months, I can tell you for sure that this red line will eventually go up, up, up. It will go above that blue line. And when that happens, that is a good confirmation whereby, yeah, okay, we are back. We are out of this whole selling and downtrend and wig and whatever bearish. No, we are out of it. All right, we are turning into an uptrend. Then the uptrend can be confirmed, all right, that's where we will see more upside momentum faster, all right, all the way to 250 to 280. You consolidate and move up slowly, right? But that is a good sign of it actually turning from a bit of a downtrend to an uptrend. Does it make sense, guys? Right. So welcome back, guys, and I hope that you have learned something as to what I've shared live to some of my inner circle mentees just a few months back in February, whereby the move really just started. So that was when, I have no idea that it would rally by more than 120% in a couple of like 3 to 4 months. There's no way I would know that, but it seems like it's gone up really well. And as mentioned, the uptrend really started and started to push higher to about $446 right now. So right now it's $446. We want to go back to the present. Of course, the reversal has played out. You have got in, great. But what if you have not got in, right? Is it a good time to buy? Is it too expensive? Is it coming all the way back down? What is it right now? So let's go ahead to look at it right now again from the charts in terms of the present analysis. So let me go ahead to draw some what we call a support level. So a support level, like I mentioned, is a level whereby each time it nears it, buyers comes back and push it back up. So that's what we call a pretty good support level. And in an uptrend, you want to see the support getting higher and higher, which is what we're seeing, right? I mean, from like 200, the support, which I talk about, the very key level, we broke above it, it became the support. And 200, it became to like about 250, it went to about 300. And I would say right now, we are seeing signs of a higher support level. So let me go to draw it for you right now. And now we're back to the present, right? So you can see that over the past like 1 month plus, we have seen a pretty good support coming in at around that 430 to 440 level. You can see this was pretty much a resistance level right over here. All right, and that will be around 440, 430. You can see a bit of resistance, and we finally broke this resistance level, and this resistance would now turn into what we call a support, right? So the range is, I would say, from 440 to about 480, right? 440 to 480, that is the short-term range whereby we are consolidating right now. So about $40, $440 to $480. I would say that we are consolidating in the short term, whereas the longer term trend still looks intact. So if you're looking to get it, I mean, what happens is you have got in like, from when we covered it in February and you're sitting like more than 100%, well, you definitely want to take steps to protect your profits. So how can you do it? Well, you can take steps to protect your profits by putting a stop loss just below a key support level. In this case, the support level was like 200, but it's gone up like, to about maybe $440 right now. All right, so we don't want to put our support, like too low, or stop loss too low, because you don't want prices to go all the way back to like in 200 and hit your stop loss, and then from making money, you become losing money, right? So you want to take steps to protect your profits. And how do you do that, right? You can set a stop loss just a few bits below the next support level, or the higher support level that has played out over the past few months. So in this case, let's say like 440 would be a support. You can place a stop loss about maybe like 430, 425, just to give a bit of leeway, give it some allowance and some space for it to move up higher in case it push up higher, in case it breaks the 480. I think that's where upside can even be, targets can be revised all the way to like 550 to 600. That's what can potentially happening as well, right? So that's what you could do to take steps to protect your profit. So yeah, Nvidia right here. So I think that is one of those stocks that we like. Already, we covered it many months. It's pushed up already. The uptrend really played out, but I think there are still more legs to this rally, as long as the supports that gets higher along the way are holding as we move forward. So let's take a look at maybe the 1GT. So I have a system called 1GT, one good trend, whereby we actually had a couple of bullish signals. Since we did the live call in February, we had a couple of bullish signals, and it's since played out. So let's see what it says right now, and if it's actually a good time to think about getting in on Nvidia. Okay, so this is Nvidia NVDA on my 1GT system. So this system kind of like alerts us on counters like this, and so guides us on entry and exit. So we can see that in somewhere around like January, on the 9th of January 2023, we actually had a bullish signal. So a green arrow up is what we call a bullish entry signal. Of course, the trend bar is green in color. So as I mentioned, right, there were some signs of the trend turning up, and we were actually still below the 200 psychological level. So we got this bullish signal, and when I did the live session, right, to my mentees, that was around the 200. I think we broke the 200. We got a few new bullish signals coming out, started to push up, exit. Another bullish signal right here in 1st of May, went up. Somewhere around 14th of June, got a bullish signal, started to push up, and this is where we are right now. So right now, there aren't any bullish entry signal. We got an exit previously, and exit just means it's good to lock in some profits, because that's where we are seeing a little bit of resistance. And I mentioned the $480 would be a near-term resistance level. So if we do see like a new bullish entry signal coming out again, like what we see over here in 14 June or in 1st of May, that could give us an idea or kind of like a signal to time our entry to get in again near the support level. Or maybe if it does break the 480, I think that's really where a new bullish signal can come out, and we might see the uptrend continuing even further, all right, to maybe 550 or to 600. That can still potentially happen. So in an uptrending stock, as I mentioned, the support actually gets higher. You must be prepared to buy at higher prices to ride the reversal, all right? So you don't want to think about just, waiting for it to come back down to like 200 or 300 for you to buy, because more often than not in an uptrending stock, it's strong. It's strong for a reason and it's pushing higher, and that's where you want to think about still getting in and protecting your profits as it moves up. So there we have it, guys. I hope that you have learned something from this video as to how we really spot massive reversals in the stock market. All right, what do we look out for? How do we know if the trend has changed? And if the trend has changed, how do you actually position yourselves to ride it? Right. So yeah, Nvidia is one of the stocks that we covered a few months back and it's got really massive gains. And if you want to know how we pick stock like this and the whole entire framework behind this strategy or behind this system, attend one of our free web class. I'll put the link around this video or below this video. Click on the link to register for one of our free web class to learn a little bit more, but I share with you the entire One Good Trend framework and how you can get access to a system like this to guide you guys. And hopefully you can pick many stocks like this, like Nvidia, all right, and can tell you in the US right now, this is just one of the top mega tech stocks that have seen a really good rally. There are many stocks like this in the US market right now, and even in the Singapore market as well, that is looking at a very good bullish reversal, and you want to be prepared to ride stocks like this. All right, so Joey here, click on the link to register for a free web class, and I look forward to see you at the web class whereby I share with you a bit more on this powerful strategy. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, guys, go ahead to give me a like. That will really help out the channel, and smash the subscribe button as well so that you will not miss out on videos like this. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.